some of the stuff I found when I was doing the research for this and was just crazy. So there's it's called HABRI, the Human Animal Bond Research Initiative, I think, which is based out of the US.
Yeah.
And they found that pet ownership was responsible for saving $11.7 billion each year
Whoa.
in kind of reduced physician visits,
Yep.
Increased exercise, lower obesity. So it's a crazy amount that it actually helps not just ourselves or our little inner circle, but our wider communities and structures that go along with it. I just found that not shocking, but amazing.
It is amazing. And when you sort of realize how big those figures are, I mean, that's huge,
isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. And I think there's stuff in terms of, when we talk, we've talked about kind of depression and all sorts of things. Well, with you have a dog or a cat, you have a lower instance of depression.
Yes.
You have, people who are retired benefit from owning pets, because one of the things that happens with brain health, isn't it, is that they lose structure. So having a pet in the home helps that, and it fends off the real kind of the horrible loneliness. The thing that really causes us ill health and a bad life experience. So they just do so much else. The other thing that I loved, which I can really relate to, I don't know if any of our listeners can, is, people who walk their dogs. There was this study that's, people were losing weight, which is pretty normal because you walk your dogs, you're getting more moderate exercise.
Yep.
But in one study, participants they were able to be more consistent in their exercise because they considered it a responsibility to the dog rather than they were doing exercise.
Absolutely.
They use the phrase, they need us to walk them, right? So we're not responsible for ourselves, which is that kind of that difficulty in getting exercise, but we'll do it for someone else.
So true. And of course, it takes that stress away from, I haven't got to the gym to do my routines or whatever. But as soon as you're thinking about, the dog needs her walk today, you better go off and do it, your focus is outwards, and it's about the dog's well-being rather than your own, even though you both benefit. So it takes away all that stress and angst about, I need to be exercising more. If you've got a pet that needs exercise, not so much if you've got a goldfish, you will be more physically active. And of course, if you're more physically active, then you enjoy the other benefits of feeling better, lower blood pressure, lower stress levels, less anxiety, less depression, etc., 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 etc. We could go on talking about that.
It's crazy, isn't it? There's like reduced cholesterol, decreased triglycerides. It's absolutely, it's again, if you own a pet, it's not surprising because you know how much you love them and how much better you feel with them. But it's one of the things I love when we get into the nitty gritty of the science behind these things, that what we feel is backed up through this evidence-based science.